what is up YouTube? This is Fortune Striker, and today I'm going to be talking about the OCG cards that was errata. Now, for those who haven't seen the ban list, you can go ahead and check it out on the internet, or click on the link in the description below and check out my video, and it will explain about why these cards got hit or what else got hit. Now, I'm going to be talking about what cards that was hit errata for those who don't know anyway, and there were 6 of them, and they were Brain Control, Bionic Dragon of the Ice Barrier, the Synchro, Future Fusion, Imperial Order, Rescue Cat, and unfortunately, Goyo Guardian. And if you want to know why, well, stick around. If not, well, you can go ahead and read it, but just stick around anyway. So, I already have out the list setting up of what it does, so here we go. The first card is Brain Control. What it does is you pay 800 life points, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls that can be normal summoned or set, and take control of that target to the end phase. Now, we all know that Brain Control has the same effect. All it did said was just to normal and set monsters. Now, to me, that's very bad because for the fact is that, one, normal summon monsters usually just go and leave the field off of their effects, unless your opponent has a really bad start, but even so, it's just not great. And honestly, it's just not really that useful, you know? I mean, I can understand why I got errata. To me, it's kind of on the bad side, so not really a fan. But it's the least bad, but it's just not great. The next one is Future Fusion. Says, during your next standby phase, after this card's activation, reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck, and if you do, send the fusion materials for that fusion monster from your deck to the graveyard. During your second standby phase after this card's activation, fusion summon one fusion monster with the same name as the monster you revealed with this card's effect from your extra deck. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. So technically, all it tells you is to do like Prisma, just reveal a fusion monster, and then send materials to the graveyard. Problem is though, once you activate it, you gotta wait for your next standby phase to go ahead, reveal, and send the materials, and then of course you wait to the second standby phase after the activation, and then summon the monsters by the effect, and then so on and so forth. Which, to me, again, is another bad card, because once you activate it, your opponent can already MST, or Twin Twister, or even just get rid of it as soon as possible so you don't go ahead and just send the materials. I mean, that's how bad it is. I mean, this card was officially got hit because during the time of Chaos Dragons and, well, Chaos Dragons, because you do want to get cards in the grave. It was kind of busted, and then, unfortunately, because of this card is just not in a good list right now, so I don't know what else to do about it. So, sorry, Future Fusion. It's been great knowing you. Next card will be Imperial Order. Now, what it basically is effect is you must pay 700 life points during each player's standby phase. If you can't pay 700 life points, destroy this card. While this card is in the spell and trap zone, negate all spell effects on the field. Now, basically, the original effect is just all you do is pay 700 during your turn of the standby phase, and otherwise you destroy this card and just negate spell cards. Well, to me, I feel like this is a major plus to me, because you do want to pay 700 life points every turn. And to me, that's not really much busted. All it does is just says you can't play spell effects. Now, if it said negate activations of spell effects or whatever, I mean, this card would have been more still busted either way, even if you pay the cost. Of course, just negating spell effects, so it just says even if you activate a pendulum card, you can't activate the pendulum effects. So they're treated as spell cards in the pendulum zone. And so you can't do anything. I mean, it just negates the spell effects. So I still gave it a plus, so it's not bad. So I'm not complaining. We're going to say Goyo last, so let's go to this one. Bionic Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Now, what it says is same thing, single material, sorry. You can only use the effect on Bionic Dragon of the Ice Barrier once per turn. You can discard to the graveyard any number of cards from your hand, then target that many cards your opponent controls and return them to the hand. Now, what made this card got banned was because of Mermail's destruction and just basically just gone off and been stupid at the time when the deck came out back in 2013. Basically, not only get rid of your opponent's cards, but as well as your cards too, to return and then just do the effects over. Now, also for the fact, mostly because when you discard and they're sent to the grave, their effects go off like crazy. That's the problem, though. I feel like if the moment they hit this card, when you just brought it back, actually, when to discard as many number of cards, that just kind of helps you get rid of, like, dead cards' hands, as well as graveyard effects, and just go on and go so forth. I mean, yeah, you compose your opponent's cards. I mean, it's great, and you see how we can do it like an OTK. I mean, that's what's kind of a little bit busted about Bionic. But to me, that's like pretty good, so I'm not complaining. So Bionic is on the good side, and when this card does come back, I'll probably just play it because why not? Maybe I want to get rid of some dead cards in my hand and whatever, and just go ahead and just bust my opponent up for an OTK. Next is Rescue Rabbit, and it says that you can only use the effect of it once per turn. You can send this card to the graveyard. Special summon 2 level 3 or lower beast-type monsters from your deck, but their effects are negated. Also, they're destroyed during the end phase. So all in all you do is just Rescue Rabbit, a beast-type monster, and that's level 3 or lower. 2 of them, and then their effects are negated, which is pretty good because the reason this card would not come back, and I was thinking why, was because of the Madolches, and when you special them, they do get their effects. At the time, this card was banned because of the X-Saber's OTK at the time, which was pretty busted, you know, when the X-Sabers was the shit. And with Madolches, it would have been more broken, and it would have just been so bad to see Madolches like a Tier 1 or maybe Tier 0 deck. But having their effects negated is a really good idea. And this will also help with the Raccoon decks. So, go straight for a rank 3, 2, or 1 monster and just go ahead and do your play. So, I'm not going to complain. Rescue Cat, I'm glad you're back. You know, I like this Errata effect, so it's one of my favorites. So, now you're going to see the poorest Errata effect I have ever heard in my life of Goyo. And now just listen. It just says the effect, when this card destroys a monster in the center of the grave, you can special summon it to your side of the field in defense position. That's the same effect. But what made this card get errata? His summoning condition. He is no longer generic. This is what he did. 1 Earth Tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. That's it. That's what made this errata so stupid. First of all, he's generic, and yes, he's level 6 and goes for 2000. We can understand that. But what the hell made him do an errata way after he came back? And this card at 3. And why is that 1? I'm just wondering, maybe OCG said something to make this guy busted, but what the hell made this card become errata? That's my question. That doesn't make any fucking sense. He should never be, you know, errata, period. I mean, unless he was being busted at the time, but he isn't. And you know, no one's playing him anymore. They prefer playing Coral Dragon and Stardust Ward because draw power and Coral Dragon's affected this card and destroy something. You know, that's about it. And technically, Bionic's also could make a comeback one day. So he'll go make a comeback as well, discarding. But let's be real. Why is Goyo Guardian errata? This is how you know for a fact Konami does not know what they're doing anymore. It just goes to show that Konami just ran out of ideas and just want to go ahead and punk us and just be major pricks and just take one of the best cards, which has done zero shit on anywhere, and just go ahead and just fuck around with it. This is why they're getting a bad heat, and this is the reason why a lot of players are leaving the game. You know, it's not us, it's you guys. You guys are what's making the game ridiculous. Alright? And I am feeling so bad for these players who spend all their money working for their decks and they just end up getting their cards hit or errata, and you know, and it's just simply retarded. It wouldn't make any fucking sense. So I don't know what the hell they're doing. So anyway, guys, that's my theory about this. Honestly, Goyo Guardian being errata was the dumbest thing they ever did. I don't like it. I really hate it. It's really stupid. I don't know what else to do about it, so God forbid, because remember when the OCG cards would get errata, they do it here when they come back. God, they're so dumb. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do want to check out the ban list, it's in the link in the description below. I hope you guys enjoy this, so give this video a like and comment what you really think about this list and why it's so dumb for some cards to be errata this way. Period, you know, errata's not really a great idea. Share this to your friends, subscribe if you're new, like my Facebook page, and this is Force Striker, signing off.